Good morning everyone. I welcome you all for the course Concrete Technology CE 8404. Today we are going to see about admixtures. The term admixture is defined as the material other than water, aggregate, hydraulic cement and fiber reinforcement used as an ingredient of the cementitious mixture to modify the freshly mixed setting or hardened properties of the concrete. It is added before or during the mixing. Usually, concrete consists of cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, and water. The few other substances added to the concrete to modify its property, such materials are called as admixtures. Why we use admixtures? Usually, admixtures are used to reduce the cost of the concrete, to modify the properties of the fresh and hardened properties of concrete, and it also ensures the quality of the concrete during mixing, transporting, placing and curing, and also it overcomes certain emergency during the concrete operations. The functions of the admixtures are it increases the workability of the concrete without increasing the water content or decreasing water content at the same workability. It accelerates the setting time of the concrete. It can be used to reduce or prevent the shrinkages during curing. It modifies the rate of bleeding. It reduces segregation, improves the pumpability, and it accelerates the ALH strength of the concrete and increase the flexural, tensile and compressive strength of the concrete. It also can be used to reduce the permeability of the concrete. Thus, the durability of the concrete can also be improved. It can also increase the bonding, impact and compression resistance of the concrete. Chemical admixtures. Chemical admixtures are added to the concrete in very small amount, mainly for entrapment of air. It reduces the water content and also control the setting time of the concrete. The commonly used chemical admixtures are air entrapping agent, water reducing or plasticizer, retarders, accelerator and superplasticizers. Next one is mineral admixtures. Mineral admixtures are usually added in large amount to enhance the fresh and hardened properties of the concrete. It improves the resistance of the concrete to thermal cracking, alkali aggregate expansion, sulfate attack, and also reducing the cement content. The commonly used mineral admixtures are fly ash, silica fume, ground granulated blast furnace furnace, commonly known as GGBS, and then metakaolin. Air entrapping agent. An air entrapping agent introduces air in a form of minute bubbles distributed uniformly throughout the cement paste. The main types include salts of the wood resins, animal and vegetable fats, oils, and sulfonated hydrocarbons. Usually, the entrapped air is of size of 5 micron to 18 micron, distributed evenly in the entire mass of the concrete. You can see the air bubbles on the surface of the concrete. This is the microstructure of the concrete containing air bubbles. The major proportion of the commercial products includes abatic and pymeric acid salts, fatty acid salts, alkali sulfonate, and phenyl ethyloxylates. The advantage of adding air entrapping agent to the concrete, it includes it reduces the bleeding and segregation of the concrete because the The advantage of adding air-infiltrating agent in the concrete is that it reduces the bleeding and segregation of the concrete because bubbles act as an extra fine filler attachment with the cement place and link them. It increases the intermolecular attraction caused by absorption of the air entrainment and also increase the total surface area of the constituents. The water flow between the cement paste is restricted. It also increases the workability of the concrete by ball bearing actions. The next one is water reducing agent, commonly known as plastices. A material which is either increase the workability of the fresh concrete without increasing the water content is termed as water reducing admixtures. As the name implies, the function of this admixture is to reduce the water content of the mix. It usually reduces the water content by 5 to 10%. Thus, the purpose of using water reducing admixture in the concrete is to allow the reduction in the water cement ratio while retaining the desired workability. Generally, during the design mix, we will increase the workability by adding additional water. By using plasticizer, we can maintain same amount of water cement ratio for different mixes. This is the action of water reducing agent. It will increase the workability, that is flow of the concrete. Next one. The commonly used plasticizers are limonsulfonic acid, hydroxyl carbolic acid, naphthalene sulfonic acid, sulfonomethane polycondensation products. Generally, the reduction in water depends upon the dosage of the admixtures, cement content, type of aggregate used. So it is usually a trial and error mix to determine the amount of reduction in water. The water reducing in the concrete is caused due to two effects, that is dispersion effect and retarder effects. First one is dispersion effect, that is the Portland cement will has a tendency to flocculate in the wet concrete, that is it will flocculate, form a matrix. Due to formation of this matrix, few amount of water has been entrapped in it. So if the concrete is defalculated, then the entrapped water can be used for workability. That is the concept, that is dispersion effect. When the cement particle is defalculated, the water trapped inside the concrete get released and now available for the fluidity of the mix. The next one is retarding effect. As I mentioned earlier, the plasticizer get absorbed on the surface of the cement particles and form a thin shell. This will incubate the hydration reaction between the water and cement. As long as there is a sufficient amount of plasticizer available, it will cause retarder effects. That is negative will repel each other, which result in the increase in workability. What are the other advantages of adding water reducing or plasticizer? It increases the workability of the concrete without reducing the compressive strength or changing the water content. The high strength can be obtained with the same cement content by reducing the water cement ratio. It helps in saving the quantity of cement up to 10%. See, here we have a reference of the control mix, that is without the usage of plasticizer. When we use plasticizer by small amount, that is 0.2 to 0.3% of water, we can see that the strength of the concrete has been improved. There we can see this increase in strength of concrete as well as the cement content for the same mix. The next one is super plasticizer. As the name include, it can reduce the water content by 30%. At the given water cement ratio, water content in the mix, that is dispersion effect of the super plasticizer, increases the workability of concrete, typically by raising the slump from 75 mm to 200 mm. The resulting concrete can be placed in the congested reinforcement and where the place we cannot do compactions. This slide shows the effect of the superplexes. Here we can see the concrete is in some plastic state. Here we can see the effect of the superplexes. It is mainly due to the retarding effect, that is dispersion effects. The commonly available superplexes are methylene formaldehyde concentrate, modified lymphosulfonate, and other sulfonic acid ester and carbohydrate esters. This is the physical effect of superplexation in the paste. Low fluidity we can see, high fluidity that is defalcated, dispose in less amount of water. The advantages of superplexes: it can reduce the content of cement content to greater extent. This will lead to economy. The water cement ratio can significantly reduce without changing the workability. This also reduce to increase in strength. It will cause reduction in permeability, so the durability of the concrete is also improved. Another one is that the early strength development of concrete using the superplexer is high, hence it can be used in the pre-stressed concrete or casting of floors or precast materials. This slide showing the advantage of superplexer over the control mix. Here we can observe there is an increase in strength of concrete during early stages and also reduction in the cement content, where we can have same amount of the compressive strength at later stages. The next one is set retarding, that is they are commonly known as retarders. It is the chemical admixture which is added to decrease the initial rate of hydration or increase the setting of the concrete. It functions by coating a surface of C3S. We usually know the tricalcium silicate is responsible for the setting of the concrete. So by delaying its action, the setting of the concrete can also be delayed. The reaction products are slow to form, such setting and harden of concrete are delayed during the early compressistence. The retarders can delay a setting by 8 to 10 hours. Usually when we are using a ready mix concrete, it will take a lot of time for moving it to site. So in such cases, the workability and the properties of the concrete can be affected. So in such scenarios, we can use retarders to increase the setting of the concrete. The common ingredients in the retarders are lymphosulfonic acid and their salts, hydrocarboxylic acid, carbohydrate includes sugar, the commonly known retarders. What are the advantages of using retarders? It improves workability, cohesion, and extends the setting time. Hence, it provides protections against delays, stoppages, facilitate the workability of the concrete for extended period. In larger construction, good quality of workability is true. Placing the period and prevention of the cold joints is ensured by adding retarder in the concrete. The extended setting times minimize the risk of long distance delivery in hot weathers, improves the pumpability of the concrete by extending the setting period and improving the workability of the concrete. It also reduces the bleeding and segregation of the concrete. It reduces the adverse environmental effect of various nature on the concrete and embed the steel by considerable reduction in the permeability. This image shows the properties of the concrete over retarders. Here we can see the control mix has an initial setting time of 4.5 hours and 9 hours. While we add retarders, it can increases by, we can see it can increases up to 16 hours and 21 hours. Without but also the compressive strength of the concrete also found to be increases with increasing the dosage of the retarders. The next one is accelerated. The admixtures which are added to concrete to increase the rate of hydration or shorten the setting period are known as accelerators. Here the action of the C3S, that is tricalcium silicate, is increased. Generally, accelerators are used in the precast elements to increase the setting of the concrete. The commonly used materials are alkali hydroxides, silicates, fructosilicates, organic compounds, calcium formates, calcium nitrate, and sodium chloride and calcium chlorides. The advantage of using accelerator: it shortens the setting period of the time, therefore increase the rate of grain of strength in concrete. It enables the earlier release of precast molds, thus speeding the production process. It also reduces the segregation and increase the density and compressive strength of the concrete. It cures the concrete faster and therefore uniform curing in the winter and summer can be achieved. It reduces water requirement, bleeding, shrinkage and time required for the initial set. This figure we can see that while adding accelerator we can see the workability of the concrete has been increased, and then the strength of the concrete found to be increased with addition of the accelerators.